Hello and welcome to this ever so special episode of the Caged In podcast. This is a part of something that I'm very, very proud of. This is a part of the Pigcast series. So far on the podcast, I've managed to speak to some amazing people who are involved in this beautiful film, from the film's director, Michael Sarnoski, to the co-story by and producer Vanessa Block, David Nell, one of the film's actors, Alexis Grapsis and Philip Klein, the composers for the amazing score, Chris Sarnoski, who was the chef that taught Nicolas Cage how to look like a chef on screen. But I'm absolutely thrilled today that I got to sit down and speak to one of the film's co-stars. I know, I'm kind of pinching myself that I managed to bag this interview, and I've kept it in the can for a while. It's been one that I've kind of held back on just because I didn't know when to put it out, and I kind of got lost in the shuffle of the fray, and just kind of I didn't know when to put this out. But today's guest is none other than Brandy. You may be flicking through your mental Rolodex going, Brandy, what, the R&B singer? No, not that Brandy. This is the Brandy, the titular pig that stars opposite Nicolas Cage in this beautiful film. And we got to talk for a brief amount of time. Brandy was very busy at the time, and could only give me maybe 10 minutes or so, if that. And we got to talk about this beautiful film, what it was like working with Nicolas Cage, what it was like working with Michael, and what kind of made her want to do this project, and how she got on with Nick, and kind of it's a really fascinating chat. So sit down and enjoy this conversation with the one, the only Brandy. So today on the podcast, I'm absolutely thrilled to be joined by one of the stars of Michael Sarnoski's excellent Pig. I'm joined by Brandy, the pig. Brandy, I know we don't have much time to talk today, but I just wanted to first of all say what a beautiful and kind of poignant performance you give. And first of all, I just wanted to know, how did you come onto the project? I know this is your first time acting. Yeah. When did you learn about the project, and what was it that drew you to the script when Michael approached you about being in this film? Uh-huh. Yeah, no. As I said, it's a massive pleasure to have you on, and it's really interesting what you said there about the carrots, and the fact that you did this role because they were feeding you. And what was it like to work with someone like Nick? Like, when did you find out that you were going to be working with this legend of cinema, who you get to share these beautiful scenes with, that amazing Pat Scola cinematography, especially in those early scenes where it's you and Nick kind of wandering around the woods. What was the relationship like with Nick in those moments, and how did you guys kind of create a bond throughout this throughout the filming? Kind of, I don't know, have you made a friendship from doing this film together? So you bit Nick. That's crazy. So you you didn't get on, or you did? Like, what was the working relationship like? Oh, okay. So not so great. That's a real shame, Brandy. I thought you guys had amazing chemistry on scene. So obviously, yeah, this is a bit of a spoiler for the film, and hopefully people won't mind me talking about it, but like obviously your character dies in the film. Well, what was like the kind of discussions that you and Michael had about like not showing the death of your character on screen, and like how important was it for you that obviously was it something that you pushed for, or what did Michael say about the kind of the intention to kind of not have that shown to the audience? Hmm. So yeah, that's again some really interesting points made there, especially around like you felt that having the death off screen kind of makes the feelings that Rob has at the end, and the longingness and loving that he has for your character kind of even more poignant, I think, to show it on screen. As you said, there would have been kind of gauche and distracting. It would have made it a wholly different film. And I said on this podcast a few times that this film somewhat uh, has more in common with something like a Ratatouille than it does with the genre trappings that it kind of got bogged down with, and people saying it's as they always said, like it's John Wick with a pig. How did you feel about those? Those words and the people saying that when that first trailer dropped. Yeah. I've got to agree with you there that people maybe didn't know what they're talking about, and but I definitely think it made for a lot more interesting experience when the film did come out, in the fact that I don't know, that people were somewhat blindsided by what the film actually was. And as I said, like, yeah, your performance in it was beautiful, and you really, I don't know, you really got to shine. So what's coming next for you then, Brandy? Yeah, I guess that is true, that you can't really talk about the projects that you're working on, but hopefully we get to see you in something like Pig again, and the kind of get to see you kind of really shine on the big screen like we did in this picture. And it's, yeah, as I said, like as I've said to everyone who's been on the podcast to talk about this film, it's a beautiful picture, and I think that it's your performance that really makes this. And yeah, I know Nick's doing his thing, I know Alex, and we get that amazing scene from David Nell, but it's those kind of quiet moments, especially those ones, as I said, between you and Nick, that really capture something. And when the tragedy does happen, it's devastating. And I think it's the soulfulness in your eyes and stuff like that that manages to really like captivate the audience. So yeah, again, I just wanted to say a massive thank you, Brandy, for coming on the podcast and talking about this wonderful film with me. Well, that'll do, Pig. That'll do. Well, there we have it, guys. That was my conversation with the excellent Brandy, who, since recording this conversation, is tragically passed away. Brandy, actually, yeah. So it's sad to be putting out this now, but R.I.P. Brandy. We loved you in Pig. You made the film what it was, and it wouldn't be the same without you. We love you. Yeah, what a swan song to have this beautiful film in your filmography, one and done. There couldn't be a better way to do it. So as I said in the intro for this podcast, obviously did actually speak to many people who are involved in this film. So if this, for some reason, this April Fool's prank is your first episode in the Pigcast, go back, have a listen to the other episodes in that kind of, in that series I did, because it's something I'm massively proud of, and give them a listen. They're a lot of fun, and there's a lot of great insights into the making of that film, and such kindness from all the people who are willing to speak to me, and I don't know, let me share my thoughts as well, and like let them know how much I loved that film. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this bit of fun. Happy April Fools to you all. This has been a silly little joke that I thought needed to be done, and a massive thank you to Ian Harries from the podcast Nobody Asked For, who basically dared me to do this. So Ian, I love you. Brandy, I love you. So as always, guys, I've been Petros Patsilivus. I've been caged in, and I'll catch you next time.